Finally, the permanent solution to hypertension has been discovered. All you need to do is just to pay attention, follow my video, and listen to the truth that will once and for all change your life forever and for better. If you are watching my video for the first time, please subscribe to my channel. And if you are a returning subscriber, I pray God Almighty will bless you. I'm still your brother and your friend, Stephen Oluwatumininu. Now, let's listen to the permanent solution to hypertension that has just finally been discovered. But before we talk about that, let me quickly talk about some bitter truth that is revolving around hypertension that people don't want to talk about. Here are those truths. Number one, do you know that traditional remedies used in the treatment of hypertension is uncertain? I'm not saying there are no ingredients that shows a tremendous improvement in blood pressure control or management. No, because ingredients like garlic, L-arginine, fatty fish oil, omega-3 fatty acid, all these are shown in tremendous improvement when it comes to blood pressure improvement or management. But here is the reason why I said it's uncertain. For example, a woman came to the clinic with eye defects. On examination of the eye, I now realized that she had hypertensive retinopathy. I now asked her, I said, "Are you suffering from hypertension?" She said no. Unfortunately, she's not aware. Now we subjected her to blood pressure observation. Her blood pressure was so high. She was placed on treatment and we gave her 2 weeks follow-up visits. Now, on getting home, she has already informed most of her relatives or her friends about her new diagnosed case. Now, they suggested to her that there are traditional remedies which is very, very active when it comes to blood pressure management. They gave her one. But before she took the traditional remedies, she has been using the orthodox drugs which was prescribed and given to her in the hospital. She has used it for almost a week and some days. So she took the traditional remedies. She used it for like 3 or 4 days when the date for the follow-up now elapsed, and she came. When she arrived, we did the blood pressure observation, and honestly, it was normal. Then we now placed her on a month follow-up visit again. Now, when she was given the traditional remedies, she was instructed not to combine it with orthodox medicine. Fine, I agree with that. It's not good to combine traditional remedies and orthodox medicine. Very good. But now that she discontinued orthodox medicine and she has been using the traditional remedies, on coming back for a month follow-up visit, you know what brought her? Honestly, she came back manifesting 60 to 70% of signs and symptoms of stroke. What has actually happened? When she was placed on the orthodox medicine, you won't believe that the one she took for almost a week was still, the concentration was still in the blood when she came in for the follow-up visit, and that was why the blood pressure was normal. Now that the concentration of that drug in the blood has now weared off and the traditional remedies she was given has no effect, the blood pressure now started building up and she almost developed stroke. Here is one of the reasons why I said traditional remedies used in the treatment of hypertension is uncertain. Another one that they won't tell you. Do you know that hypertension increases the risk of developing cardiovascular diseases, heart diseases, kidney diseases, and even increase the risk of developing stroke? People won't tell you this, but here is just the basic facts about hypertension. And finally, the last bitter truth is that stop attributing the cause of your hypertension to spiritual. People nowadays are fond of this. When people come to us or in the hospital or in the clinic, from the history taken, by the time you listen to, what they were saying, you will know that they have a kind of belief that their problem is not medical. But let me tell you, I've been saying it on and on. 70 to 90% of most of our problems nowadays are medically caused and it can medically be managed. But if you start attributing it to spiritual, you will never come across a solution to your problem. So it's just like walking at a cross purpose. Please let's note all these things. They are very, very bad. Now let's talk about the main reason why we are here, what we have been waiting to hear, which is the permanent solution to hypertension that has been finally discovered. But for you to achieve the effects of all these things, honestly, you have to practice it regularly and be consistent with it. Number one is the diet. What do we mean by diet? There's one thing that we call DASH eating plan. What does DASH eating plan comprise of? Number one, low salt intake. Number two, low sugar intake. Number three, low fat intake. Number four, intake of lean protein. Number five, fruits and vegetables. You have to regularly be taking fruits and vegetables. I even usually say it, 80 to 90% of all the vitamins now in circulation comprised of basically fruits. And because we have raw sources of all these fruits even around us, very accessible and affordable, we do take it for granted. Please, they are very, very important in maintaining our healthy weight, healthy life, and even great improvement when it comes to blood pressure management. Please, let's stick to this DASH eating plan. It is very, very effective. Number two, about the permanent solution that we shall be talking about, is maintaining healthy weight. Now, if you are obese, 5 to 10% reduction in body weight have shown a great improvement in regulating your blood pressure. Please, let's make sure we stay healthy and maintain a healthy weight. To be obese is very, very bad, and it is dangerous for our blood pressure. Another thing is regular physical exercise. Regular physical exercise is very, very important in all round our well-being. It should not be taken for granted. At least 10 minutes regular exercise every day has shown a great improvement in maintaining or controlling or management of our blood pressure. Regular exercise like brisk walking, swimming, cycling, riding a bike, and all those things. Not vigorous exercise, but slow and steady exercise every day for 10 minutes at least is very, very important. Please, let's stick to this. Another one is our lifestyle. We have to quit smoking. Alcohol intake, we have to quit all this. All these things has shown that, or it has proven to increase the risk of developing hypertension, other cardiovascular diseases, even liver, problems, and all, and so on and so forth. Please, let's take note of this. It is very, very important. Another one that we shall be talking about is we have to manage stress and practice a relaxation technique. We need to avoid engaging ourselves in an activities that is so stressful, that will subject us to stress, that will increase or release adrenaline production in our body. That which we further trigger is a vasoconstrictor that will trigger our blood pressure. So we need to avoid stressful events or activities. And we need to practice relaxation technique, like meditation is a relaxation technique, deep breathing exercise is a relaxation technique, and so on and so forth. We need to remain relaxed. We need to practice relaxation technique. It is very, very important. Another one is adequate sleep. Now, research has proven to us that 7 to 9 hours of ideal sleep per day improve greatly in the management of control of blood pressure. So we need to adhere to adequate sleep every day. At least 7 to 9 hours of ideal sleep every day is good for our health, for our cardiovascular health, and even the general well-being. Even cognitively inadequate sleep has shown to decline cognitive functions. So please, all these things are very, very important that we need to take note of. Another thing that we shall be talking about, we need to regularly be observing our blood pressure. It's by regularly observing this blood pressure that we will definitely know whether all these things we have been talking about is effective or not. Among all these things we've been talking about, we have not made mention of any drugs. No. But all these things is just natural, that has proven to be scientifically, very, very real, and it's of evidence based. It has been tested. And like, for example, you people that have primary hypertension, we've subjected people to all these things, and the person later go and drop his or her drugs. For someone that has not developed hypertension at all, you can never develop hypertension if you stick to all these things that we've talked about, which are the final permanent solutions about hypertension that people don't mind. It is very, very real. What you need to do is you need to practice them regularly. Another thing you need to do is to be consistent with it. You need to be consistent in doing this. Do it regularly and be consistent with it. And I promise you that you will definitely drop all your drugs. If you are the one that have a primary hypertension, you will definitely go and drop your drugs. If you have not developed hypertension, doing this, you can never develop hypertension, because hypertension is now a killer disease that is killing millions of people almost every day, and people don't want to talk about some truths which are revolving around this hypertension. Honestly, the permanent solution to this hypertension that we've discussed so far, like, talking about the DASH diet, maintaining healthy weight, physical exercise, quit smoking, quit alcohol intake, managing stress and practicing a relaxation technique, adequate sleep, observing your blood pressure regularly. All these things are scientifically been proven, and it shows a tremendous improvement in monitoring our blood pressure, in controlling our blood pressure, and in blood pressure management. Please, if you have benefited from this my video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like and share my videos. Please, it is very, very important, so that you can have access to more of my educative and informative videos. And if you have any question, please just put it in the comment section, and I will respond to your question as quickly as possible. And if you are a type that decide to engage in all these things we have discussed, engage in it, practice it, and come and give me a feedback in my comment section. I will be waiting for you, and God bless you.